Hello, everyone. It's Sarah, your college success coach. And I'm here today to show you how to navigate the Delta College Library online. So we're going to start by logging into the portal, which should look similar to mine. And we're going to scroll down a bit. So it is listed under divisions and departments, as you can see, the black title there. And then we have library. So we're just going to go ahead and click on the library, and that is going to bring us to their homepage here. And the homepage has a lot of great places to start. So first of all, they're telling you about how you can reopen different services that you can do available virtually. So this would be using the databases, ebooks, and Chat with Librarian, and I'm going to show you those in a moment. And then over here, it's how to contact a librarian, and this will always pop up. So chat with a Delta College librarian. This would be if you have questions on how to start your research, if you don't know where to go for some assignment guidelines, things like that. Librarians are phenomenal to help you with that. So we're just going to say no thanks because I don't need them right now. And then down here a bit, we have our library hours. Now, the library is only available by appointment. However, the librarians are available virtually. And if you notice here, we're looking at Monday to Thursday, 9 to 6, and Friday, 9 to 4, that the library is open. But librarians are available for much more than that virtually. So you don't necessarily have to wait until one of those times to log on and get help from a librarian. All right, and then scrolling down, they have an ad here that you can just click through, and it tells you a bunch of stuff that you might need to do different things, how to get started, tutorials. That does alternate what they have listed there, so I don't like using that as a reliable way to get places, but it is very helpful when it's showing you different things that the library can offer. So we're going to start with the database here, and as you can see, I have a suggestion here of Civil War, something that I had used to really test it out earlier. So we're going to go ahead together and search for the Civil War. Now you would just click one search here, which I have already done. Just a moment. Okay, so you can see that I put in Civil War. That's a subject that I had came up with on the top of my head, and we're just going to click one search and give it a moment. There are a lot of things that this database has to look through, so it is not instantaneous, but it is pretty quick. So as you notice here, I just typed in Civil War, and I have over 800,000 different things that have come up with it. So we should narrow this down a little bit. When we think Civil War, we might think that the American Civil War is something that automatically comes to mind. However, this database is searching for all Civil Wars. So I want to narrow it down and type in American Civil War and give it a moment to catch up to me. And it took out over 90% of our search results. So this pulls it down to 88,000, significantly more doable, still a lot. But I'm going to show you some other ways to cut this down. So you could continue to put more details in here, and it would continue to narrow down all of the spaces that you have. All the results that you have. But instead, we can come down here to refine results, and we want to say that we would like to limit the source type. So let's say that you just don't have availability to go into Delta College, and everything needs to be done online. Completely fine. So you can click magazines because they have online magazine subscriptions, academic journals, but specifically I would be interested in ebooks. So I'm going to click on show more right here, and it brings up ebooks, and I'd like to update that. And this is going to pull our search results down to less than 3,000. So more manageable than 88,000, far more manageable than 800,000. We're definitely getting closer to something that we can work with. At this point, it is still a lot. However, you should have learned enough here where if you decide you want to look at news articles, or maybe it's the American Civil War impact in Northern Kentucky, type all that in, keep narrowing it down. But specifically with the ebooks option, you do not have to go in person. So I think that it is very helpful to have that. So we are next going to go back. So this would be the Delta College homepage that we're going back to. And I have this page already loaded, but all we did was went to research help, and we went to research help and tutorials. Okay, and it brings this up. So this is a place that you definitely need to remember. This is how to get started with Delta College. So getting started is going to show you how to chat with a Delta librarian and also how to search with OneSearch. These how-to videos right next to it, we'll just click on those, are going to show you how to use all the aspects of the website. So this is very important. It's going to show you the basics of ebooks, just 2.5 minutes, all of the details of using ebooks, which is 5 minutes. And I think that this is crucial because we tend to be leaning more towards ebooks as a society. How to find sources in OneSearch, how to use an article, how to get to Google Scholar, accessing news sources, just so much information here. As you can see, I'm still scrolling to help you learn about the writing and reading and evaluating process. So the next one is interactive learning tools, and this is going to help you, for instance, take a tour of the Delta College homepage, the library homepage, introduction to citations, how to evaluate 2 websites, a lot of information here that is very helpful, especially as you are getting into your research. Not all websites are created equal, so you definitely want to make sure that you have one that is vetted and has worthwhile information. So this last tab here is talking about different databases that they offer as well. So these are helpful to have, absolutely, but OneSearch really covers most of it, so that's typically what I'd stick with. So the next thing I want to look at that I have loaded is under research help again. It's called Research Guides. So I just pulled this up. And this I found today, and I actually find it really exciting. It's going to tell you different research guides that are going to help you with different fields of study or classes. So if you are interested in alternative energy or dental assisting or engineering, there are a ton of research guides here that are going to be able to help you. You just click on them. Specifically for classes, if you happen to be in COM 112 or Math 118, there are some classes, not all, but some that have created guides specifically with the library to help them with their assignments. So I found that very helpful. And then special topics. So we have an election this year. We have a census this year. We might need to learn how to do grant writing. All of these things can be found right in special topics, and they're really good how-to guides, especially if you're not sure where to start. And then another thing to show you, let's see, we did getting started, would be actually logging into the library. So all I did from the previous page is clicked on My Library Account, and it brings you here, which is showing you all of your account directly through the website. So if you would like to log in, which I am not right now, but you can log in with your Delta College credentials, you can learn about how to reserve a book. This is going to tell you how to interloan a library, learning about the classic catalog, which is more so what they have in their library immediately. This, in my opinion, is not as crucial when we're working from home, but it will be more crucial when you are able to go back into the library in person. So this is also accessible directly from the website. And I want to go back to the homepage for a moment because we have an About the Library section. And I know that I mentioned before, but the Teaching Learning Center, the Testing Center, and the RIT Center are not technically part of the library, but they are in the same space. And so the library also gives you links how to get directly to them. So I'm just going to click on the RIT Center here, and it'll take a moment for it to load. And they're talking here about different things that they can offer. So you can do a live virtual session remotely to talk about your paper with one of the certified tutors directly through this webpage. So you can either submit feedback on a paper, you can book a remote RIT consultation. So this is going to be specifically meeting with somebody who can virtually look over your paper. And then you can also ask a quick question. So if you have a question on, say, formatting a paper, and you're just not sure where to even go, you can submit a quick question through here, and then it has somebody on the other end who's going to be able to answer that for you, and you won't have to set up a full consultation. So make sure you're clicking on which option is best for you. This one gives you no direct interaction with anyone, but it does give you feedback. And this is a virtual consultation, so you will get real-time feedback as the consultant is reading through your paper. So I just wanted to point that out. There are different things that you can click through here as well, but most of these are linked at the bottom 3 that I had just mentioned. And then one more thing here, we're going to go back to about the library, and we're going to go to the Teaching Learning Center. And this is how to set up a tutoring session. So if you would like to chat with someone in the TLC staff, that's Tutoring Learning Center, this could be something like not really sure how to make something work on your computer. This could be any general questions about it. Typically not something that you're going to need if you're looking for help with an actual assignment or homework. Cyber Tutor is going to help you set up an actual session with a tutor. You can do drop-in sessions. So if you are a part of, say, Math 118, you can click on this link and see when a drop-in session for Math 118 may be, and you have an actual tutor there where you can drop in and answer questions for you. There are also facilitated study groups, which is something your professor would typically tell you about if it's offered for your class, and then submitting an actual request for an appointment. And this is going to give you a one-on-one virtual appointment with someone where they're going to be able to answer exact questions that you have about your content. So I hope that this guide was helpful. It's a lot of content, and I know that, but it's all good content and stuff you definitely need to know. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.